Hello, Brobs. This is New Book Arrivals number 323. And these are all books I got today. It's kind of I didn't expect to get books, but many books, but I went to a half off sale at a thrift store that had puzzles. So then you know, I picked up some books. They were half off as well, even though they're normally four for $1. I don't know what they're charging now. I think they actually took the four for $1 sale off. 150. I don't know. I think she gave me the books free today after she dropped my puzzle. 171, 220. Yeah, I think she gave me all the books for free because she dropped my frickin' puzzle and broke it, which I wasn't happy about. But one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, she tossed all the books in. Yeah, for free. Nice. Thanks, Lindsay. No wonder why it was so cheap. So I got basically, I think all but six of these books for free, which is nice. Let's go here. Turn the volume down. I'll turn this up so I can see if anyone comments. Because I got a couple pretty good books out of here, which you can see from this genius and character of Emerson, but we shall wait on that one. The first book, C.S. Lewis, Miracles, How God Intervenes in Nature and Human Affairs. Or is it human affair? It's affairs. Yeah, only, what's this? Does it say logos of Westwood? Where's the, where is that? What's that say? Waybush? I don't know what it says. It's 1995. It looks way older. This is probably. Is this a 90s book? It says 78, but I gotta believe it's later than 78. It looks too fresh. Logos of Westwood. I'll have to look that up. Lewis is the idea persuader for the half convinced for the good man who would like to be a Christian but finds his intellect getting in the way. The Righteous Mind: Why Good People Are Divided by Politics and Religion by Jonathan Haidt. I didn't expect this book to be worth anything, but I'm going to have to remove it from my collection and sell it. It's not worth a lot, but it is worth some money. And I will probably sell it. Let's see what it says. Obviously, the title is a giveaway. As America descends deeper into polarization and paralysis. I mean, the original intent of our Congress was to cause paralysis of government, so we weren't continuously passing laws like we are now. I mean, the paralysis is in the fact that there's a two-party system, and both are not fighting for the Constitution. They're both against the Constitution. So, as America descends deeper into polarization and paralysis, social psychologist Jonathan Haidt has done the seemingly impossible, challenged conventional thinking about morality, politics, and religion in a way that speaks to everyone on the political spectrum. Why does my uncle put his finger inside me when he babysits me? Probably because you're a piece of shit. Don't ever come back here. I mean, you're not going to be able to because I'm blocking you. You fucking. You absolute blondulite of the lowest order. Wallops Island, Images of America, Wallops Island. Located in Accomack County on Virginia's eastern shore, Wallops Island was once a primitive swath of land, uncivilized but by the wild ponies and mosquitoes that made it It's Scrub-Covered Shores, their home. I only got this book because the library has a sale where if you buy two, oh, it's got fucking highlighting, you son of a bitch. Or if you buy two paperbacks, you get one for free. So there are three for $1, and the same with hardcovers where you buy three for $2. You buy they're one a piece or three for $2. So this is basically my free book from the library. One of the free ones I got. Here's another free one, but this was actually on a free shelf. Paris Trout, Pete Dexter. I usually don't buy books like this, but it is a first edition, not very good condition, but not bad either. Can't remember the movie, so obviously I can't remember the book. But it's a first edition. It's free. Probably worth $5. I mean, that mustache negates the entire $5. Look at that guy's face. It's a pretty impressive fucking cheek line there, buddy. What's going on there? That guy's got some powerful jaws. Almost looks fake. Look at that. That's a fucking impressive cheekbone, Bubba. Crowds and Power. Another book that I didn't know was worth some money. This book's probably worth $15, so I'm going to release it from my own general supply and send it out to somebody who wants it. With $15 in hand, I can buy 30 more books at the 50-cent 50-cent average I get my books at. And this one was, what, 33 cents, so if I sell this for $15, that'd be great. Although this looks like an interesting book. First published in 1962, Crowds and Power is recognized as one of the 20th century's most original works of social psychology. Canetti explores the interplay between crowds and power, crowds and human behavior, crowds and history. He describes open and closed crowds, invisible crowds, baiting crowds, feast crowds. All right, we get the point. Fucking crowds. Another of the buy two get one free book, so I guess we can say this is the freebie. The Days of the French Revolution by Christopher Hibbert includes 24 pages of black and white illustrations and two maps as well as glossary, table of events, bibliography, and index. And it's funny that that is the case because I was hearing today that the main difference between the American Revolution and the French Revolution was the fact that American Revolution was fighting for the individual and the French Revolution was not. It was fighting for the state. In the end, it didn't matter. Both are at the same point in political standing at this point. Both statist and collapsing. The Oxford Companion to English Literature, edited by Margaret Drabble. Let's see what kind of shit's in there. Oh, so this is just kind of like a glossary. That's fucking... If I would have known that, I wouldn't have got it. I didn't even open it. I just saw how fat it was, and I'm like, maybe I should get this. Maybe I'll sell it to thrift books for fucking $3. Agrippa! That's basically just a glossary. That's embarrassing. Who wants this? Besides people who don't open the cover. First published in 2000. Bet you they wouldn't even give me $2 for this. Well, I mean, Google. I can just Google the names if I need to know. Fuck this book. Get out of my life right now. On Killing, the psychological cost of learning to kill in war and society. An illuminating account of how soldiers learn to kill and how they live with the experience of having killed. As I said, I got stack of books free at the thrift store because there was a long wait, and also the lady dropped my vintage puzzle and destroyed the box, so I think she felt bad. As she should have. Killing and the Existence of Resistance, a world of virgins studying sex. All right, what year was this written? 1995. Lieutenant Colonel Dave Grossman. The good news is that the vast majority of soldiers are loath to kill in battle. Unfortunately, modern armies using Pavlovian and operant conditioning have developed sophisticated ways of overcoming this instinctive aversion. The psychological cost for soldiers, as witnessed by the increase in post traumatic stress, is devastating. The psychological cost for the rest of us is even more so. Contemporary civilian society, particularly the media, replicates the Army's conditioning techniques, and according to Grossman's controversial thesis, is responsible for our rising rates of murder, especially among the young. A Western Journey with Mr. Emerson by Thayer. Obviously a reprint of an old classic. There he is, Ralph Waldo. By James Bradley Thayer, edited with the foreword and notes by Shirley Sargent. The Book Club of California, 1980. Original copyright, 1884. And it's just, I don't really know much on Emerson's life, but obviously just a short book on his diary, or whatever it was, his trips, his travel diary. He had seen at Oakland a relative and an Englishman. Earth's Mysterious Places, Reader's Digest. I've slowly collected a handful or so of these. Probably never read them, but there's something to reference once in a while. I believe Gundella the Witch was in one of these books in the series, but I believe it was magic and something else. Ball lightning. That was Ozzy's favorite thing, wasn't it? Ball lightning. It's fucking ball lightning. It's ball lightning, bruv. That's all it is ball lightning. What is ball lightning? For centuries, scientists have debated the existence of ball lightning, brightly colored globes of light seen floating in the sky during or after thunderstorms. Recent research conducted by 2 Japanese scientists suggests that ball lightning may indeed be a real meteorological phenomenon. Ohio Serpent Mound. It kind of looks like I'm not trying to be graphic, but it kind of looks very female anatomy-ish. The Heart of the World. Do You Speak American? By Robert McNeil and William Cran. And the answer is no. I don't. What's it say? I think it's the history of English. Is that what it said? Do you speak American? No, it doesn't say the history of English. Is the growing influence of Spanish threatening to displace English in the United States? Are America's grammatical standards in serious decline? Yes. Has the media saturation of our culture homogenized our speech? These and other questions about American English catapulted Robert McNeil and William Cran, co-authors of the language classic The Story of English, on a cross-country journey in search of answers. An intriguing follow-up to The Story of English, Do You Speak American? Is the tale of the surprising discoveries they made along the way. Mental Dominance. The Art Ninja Mind Power by Dr. Haha Lung. This is two books by Dr. Lung without even realizing I had. Lost to history until now, these Eastern techniques of mental domination developed and perfected over thousands of years and through hundreds of secret cadres are your crucial weapons for ensuring victory, even before landing a blow. As Dr. Haha Lung and Christopher Prowant unlock the seemingly supernatural strategies of Asia's shrouded cultures in their much praised, easy to understand language, you'll master long lost techniques from India, Tibet, China, Vietnam, and Japan. The hell's in there? Felt something touch my lip. I don't like it. Will knock you out, bruv. Might as well check out the other one. Mind Control, the Ancient Art of Psychological Warfare by Dr. Haha Lung, author of Mind Manipulation. Too bad that one wasn't there as well. Buddha said, "Your greatest weapon is your enemy's mind. Crucial to victory in any battle is psychological warfare, a technique employed and perfected by history's greatest military thinkers, such as Sun Tzu, Yoritomo, and Musashi of Japan, and several lesser known but incredibly influential masterminds." I'm going to say your greatest weapon is probably a nuke that blows up half of the enemy you're trying to kill. I would say that's probably the better weapon and not psychological warfare. Oh, what's this? Song ideas. The history of my life and times. Forgiveness song. Really, many wrongs, all not about me. This is from September 22nd, 1910. The history of my lifetimes. Those are deep, bro. There it is, the mind control. That's what my eye looked like the other night when I had to go to the ophthalmologist ER. Fucking dilated my eye to the size of a goddamn, I don't know what, Cyclops. The Present Dilemma. Oh, this sumbitch is all marked up. William James Pragmatism, Popular Lectures on Philosophy by William James. A new name for some old ways of thinking. It's weird, too, because I was listening to an old radio broadcast and they mentioned pragmatism. To agree in the widest sense with the reality can only mean to be guided either straight up to it or into its surroundings, or to be put bullshit. Philosophy is one of the dumbest subjects ever. If you think you're not there, then you're not there. You're there, Bubba. You're fucking there. The Dawn Treader. I wonder if the Dawn Treader shop is still open. Have not been to Ann Arbor in many moons. We are always buying good books. Call us. The fucking Dawn Treader. A truly fabulous shop with something for everyone. The used book lover's guide to the Midwest. Most Ann Arbor books, except for Dave's books, which I think they closed down, were mostly overpriced and not that great. Though there was a lunatic guy in one of, what bookshop was it? Was it Dawn Treader? No. But the guy, I asked him about some Illuminati books. He goes, oh, the Illuminati's going to get us, buddy. And he started doing like a tap dance. I was like, what the fuck happened to this guy? And I believe he died a couple of years after that. So maybe he had like brain cancer or something. But he lost his fucking mind. He started tap dancing. Oh, they're coming to get you, huh? I was like, yeah, actually they are. He goes, are you scared? I was like, no, not really. Kind of think it's funny. I don't think they're coming to get me specifically. They're just coming to get everybody. E. Cummings is without question one of the major poets of this century. Well, last century, no. And are there even major poets anymore? I haven't followed poetry in so long. It's what there are considered major poets of the 21st century. First published in 1959, and this volume, first published in 1959, is indispensable for every lover of modern lyrical verse. It contains 100 of Cummings's wittiest and most profound poems. This substantial dollar-bringing virgins. From the Logia, where are we angels by? Oh, yes. Beautiful, we now pass through the look. I think that was the second part. Mister, you needn't be so spry concerning questions arty. Each has his taste. But as for I likes a certain party. Give me the He-Man's solid bliss. For use ideas, I'll march use. A pretty girl who naked is worth a million statues. He's right. I remember we all cried like the Missouri when. Let's see what this is. Nobody loses all the time. I had an uncle named Saul who was a born failure, and nearly everybody said he should have gone into vaudeville. Perhaps because my Uncle Saul could sing McCann, he was a diver on Christmas Eve like hell itself, which may or not account for the fact that my Uncle Saul indulged in that possibly most inexcusable of all, to use a highfalutin phrase, luxuries, that is, or to wit, farming, and be it needlessly added, my Uncle Saul's farm failed because the chickens ate the vegetables. So my Uncle Saul had a chicken farm till the skunks ate the chickens. When my Uncle Saul had a skunk farm, but the skunks caught cold and died, and so my Uncle Saul imitated the skunks in a subtle manner, or by drowning himself in the water tank. But somebody who'd given my Uncle Saul a Victrola and records while he lived, presented to him upon the auspicious occasion of his decease a scrumptious, not to mention splendiferous funeral, with tall boys in black gloves and flowers and everything. And I remember we all cried like the Missouri when my Uncle Saul's coffin lurched because somebody pressed a button and down went my Uncle Saul and started a worm farm. Cummings was brilliant. These aren't his best poems, obviously. All in green went my love riding on a great horse of gold into the silver dawn. 4 lean hounds crouched low and smiling. The merry deer ran before. Fleeter be they than dappled dreams. The swift, sweet deer, the red, rare deer. 4 red roebuck at a whitewater. The cruel bugle sang before. Hornet hip went my love riding the echo dawn into the silver dawn, down into the silver dawn. 4 lean hounds crouched low and smiling. The level meadows ran before. Softer be they than slippered sleep. The lean, lithe deer, the fleet flown deer. 4 fleet does at a gold valley. The famished arrow sang before. Bow at belt went my bow at belt, or bow, whichever it is, went my love riding the mountain down into the silver dawn. 4 lean hounds crouched low and smiling. The sheer peaks ran before. Paler be they than daunting death, the sleek, slim deer, the tall, tense deer. 4 tall stags at a green mountain, the lucky hunters sang before. All in green went my love riding on a great horse of gold into the silver dawn. 4 lean hounds crouched low and smiling. My heart fell dead before. Deep, buddy, deep. Sonnet entitled How to Run the World. A. Always don't there be no such thing, for C can't cast no shadow. D. Drink and eat of her voice, in whose silence the music of spring lives. F. Feel opens, but shuts understand. G. Gladly forget, Little having less with every, least each most remembering. H, highest fly, only the flags that's furled. Sestet, entitled Grass is Flesh, or Swim, who can, and bathe, who must, or any dream, means more than sleep, as more than know means guess. Item, I immaculately owe, dying one life, and will my rest to these children building this rain man out of snow. All right, that's enough of E. Cummings for one night. Lastly, Genius and Character of Emerson, Lectures at the Concord School. And this is an 1885 volume. I'm not sure whose signature this is. It almost looks like it says Ohio, but I don't know what it says. I mean, it could be someone famous, but I can't read it. June 16th, 1885. Looks like it says Mrs. either Stiller or S.T. Hiller. No. Mrs. Saint. I don't know what it says. Mrs. Miller, Saint Miller. With the something blah blah of. With the. I don't know. I don't know what it says. Would be nice if I could read it. But as I said, it's an 1885 book, and there's the frontispiece. Ralph Waldo Emerson, Edinburgh, 1848. This book is. Don't want to rip out the little tissue paper. Genius and Character of Emerson, Lectures at the Concord School of Philosophy, edited by F.B. Sanborn, Boston, James R. Osgood and Company. 1884, originally published to A. Bronson Alcott, the founder of the Concord School of Philosophy. This volume is inscribed by its authors. Who are the authors? Maybe it is signed. To A. Bronson Alcott. Edited by F.B. I don't know. Let's see who wrote the preface. Doesn't really say. The Concord School of Philosophy. A brief sketch of the origin of the purpose of this institution may properly be given here. Nice split in the binding. Always hoping to find some ephemera in the pages, but it doesn't look like there's shit in here. We got nothing. Nice split in the binding back here as well. Chewed by a cyclops. A frothing cyclops. Lectures at the Concord School. What do we got? There it is. No mention of the authors. So, if anyone recognizes this signature, I would appreciate you if you told me who it was. Some underlining, $50. That's all, props. That's all we got.